Every South Park Season 27 and 28 episode ranked from worst to best. South Park made its return to Comedy Central after a few years away with 10 brand new episodes. Halfway through its run, it was surprisingly revealed that this counted for 2 new seasons, with Season 27 and Season 28 coming to an end before the end of the year. Now that both of these seasons have wrapped up their stories, it's the perfect time to look back on it all and see just how well the seasons have done over the course of the year. And it's really been a wild year with a ton of wild episodes. South Park really kept fans guessing with each new episode after it debuted. With of its most watched and most controversial episodes in the series' history, it might have been a bumpy ride at first, as series creators Trey Parker and Matt Stone were very open with fans about how they initially had no idea how they were going to follow up its massive premiere, but the plane managed to stick the landing. But now's the time to look back on all of South Park's 2025 episodes and rank them from worst to best. Gotta Nut is unfortunately the worst-aged episode of Season 27. It was in a rough place already, as it followed the highly controversial premiere, and even took some time for Parker and Stone to recalibrate their plans for the rest of the year. But now, in the wake of everything that has happened in the real world since, the ideas sparked by the Cartman and Clyde plot here were ultimately dropped heading into the rest of the episodes. It was ultimately for an understandable reason too, but it's not like this episode was so great in its own right either. It really did just have a single joke, killing dogs, that it ran into the ground, and the direction it was taking with Cartman likely didn't have legs. 9. Sermon on the Mount. Sermon on the Mount was the most watched episode of South Park in many years, as its controversy helped bring the franchise back to the spotlight for many who might have lapsed in how well they had been keeping up with it all. But while it was an important episode addressing everything that happened at the time, and was the most direct in its commentary on those real-world events compared to the rest of the season, it was just entirely chaos.